Welcome, 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 my special little Crowbot friends. Oh wait, we're not doing Crowbot stuff anymore, are we? It's kind of hopping in Tier 1. I lost all my accounts at some point, so I basically wiped my tablet, started up a new account, brand new Google account, it's just, had to do a brand new account, lost all my other ones ended up in jail for some stupid reason. I was just playing a match. Next thing I know, I got booted out of the match, like I got disconnected, and I was in jail after that. And ain't nobody around to get you out of jail. I'm surprised this game still runs, to be honest with you. I'm kind of curious who's collecting the money from it, because I know people are probably still watching commercials and paying for things. But anyway, I've always had this like thing where I wanted to stay in Tier 1, and that's, I mean, otherwise, you're on a damn treadmill of upgrades, and I hate that shit. So, this hangar is about where it should ought to be. I really don't have much else I would want to improve, except maybe some of the weapons on my smallest robots. But we'll take a quick tour here and show you what I got before we do the first video. Anyway, I don't have a drone. I do have decent modules for the $1,200, 1,200 gold ones, and that's really what puts this thing at the highest spot up here. If we go down, so these are the bots I use. I've got 6 pilots and I've got 6 robots, and I generally don't take the Ronin unless somebody in a premium robot is in there, or a heavy duty player where I'm like down by it's just me against a whole team or most of a team and I'm losing. But generally speaking, I'll leave humans. If I take the Ronin, if I take a premium bot, I'll generally let the other team win if they're good enough at keeping the flags. I just let them shoot at me because it takes 2 robots or 3 robots to even kill this thing. So, it being level 10 is part of what makes the difference. It's also the lightest. It's the lowest power premium robot, I guess you could say. It's only got 2 heavy. The drone has a heavy on it. So it's only really got 1 heavy and 1 light, and I'm using the shortest range and best weapons to use with this robot. I used to hate this thing when I first started playing this game years ago because they'd sneak up on you, get around behind you, and those things would just kill you fast. They did an upgrade where they changed the weapon and it could fire through buildings. Everybody was using flamers and just stand behind the building shooting at you and killing everybody. This game's gone through a lot of stupid stuff. So that's that one. This one's probably the one that does the most damage at the greatest distance. All of the rest of these robots have purple mods, and these 2 have all level 9 weapons. Ghost Banshees are the shortest range lasers, but they do the most damage. And that's a fast walker. I generally like Dashers the best. And this one is my long range sniper, and it can take out about half of anything's life. Obviously it's lacking on the drone. It's got that kinetic one, and that basically just hits the shield. Anything with a fairly fast generating shield is not going to take any damage from those weapons. If the weapon does more damage than the shield has, a lot of the excess damage won't make it through the shield, so it's really bad against shielded robots. But the lasers, they float right through there. So this one is the one I like playing the most. I call it my mini Bushi that I drive like I stole. Hope you can hear me over the music. I'm trying to play mixes so I don't get tagged for any kind of violation, but I like listening to music. It's a priority in my life. Anyway, wasps suck. That's why I'm using them. I got the prosecutor up top because it's kind of nice to just let people think that it's a 100% sniper, and when they get up real close to you, the level 11 wasp just tear them apart. Wasps, and what's on the other one? The Grizzly has the 500 meter weapon, the bot fly, that's what it's called, and the Phantom. So the Ghost and the Wasp go well together, and the Phantom and the bot flies go well together because their ranges are pretty close. And the thing about the missiles is they fly slow, but they fire fast. So you can literally empty out. Let's see if we can take a look at weapons here. Weapons. I forget how to look at the actual weapon itself, but they'll empty out 8 rounds, 8 missiles in like 2 seconds. So you're only out of cover for like 2 seconds firing 8 missiles. The missiles fly really slow, but if the target's not moving or is coming directly towards you or away from you, they're going to hit. If it's moving sideways to you, they might miss, but they'll still do a little blast radius damage. And anytime missiles hit something with a shield, it does some damage goes through the shield. So you will, every time you hit a shield, while it's still up, you'll see some of that damage actually hit the robot. So those are kind of the advantages. The disadvantages, they fly slow. They're real easy to avoid. Any human that knows what they're doing is going to avoid them because they'll wait for the first one to get close and they'll dash away or fast walk sideways, or even a lot of times any kind of a faster walking robot can walk sideways and just be completely missed. I'll take on a bison that doesn't have a drone. AI bison with a drone has a shotgun on it, and the shotguns hurt. But the wasps, it's got 5 wasp weapons on it, and none of those wasps are going to hit you if you walk sideways. So I'll literally go toe-to-toe with the bison in my little Hercules and duke it out with my 2 wasps against its 5. But I think it's probably level 1, so the AI doesn't have a whole lot of... Anyway, that's my hanger. The rest of these have absolutely nothing. They're zilch, zip, dry hump, nada. Ain't got no other robots. But I do have the 6 pilots. And to get the 7th one is pretty expensive, so we're not going to mess with that. And my mic is like right here, so I may tap it here and there, and then you won't hear me. I hope I don't. I'll try and be conscious of that, but let's play some games. Oh, let's take a look at this real quick. 106.4. It's higher than most. Most people you see playing down here are like 50K, between 50 and 100 or less, because by the time, most people don't know how to stay in tier 1, I'll tell you real quick. It's all about this robot right here. Whatever robot is in this position right here is the one that determines your tier. It doesn't matter what the rest of them do, this one right here determines your tier. If I keep upgrading this, eventually it'll bump into tier 2. And if I were to replace any one of the weapons on it with a level 1 weapon, it would bring me back into tier 1. So you can bump into the next tier, recognize you just entered the next tier because shit got real hard real fast, and you see a lot more premium bots or whatever. I know how to determine which tiers are which based on which bots you see and how many pilots each enemy AI robot has. There's tells for that. I'm not going to go into it here because it doesn't matter. I'm staying in tier 1. I don't know where the ceiling is in tier 1 compared to where this run-in is. There is a ceiling and you can feel for it, and when you bump into tier 2, just drop one of your weapons down to level 1 and bring it right back up to 1 level below where it was before you bumped into level 2 or tier 2, and that will be your ceiling robot. And any robot that goes to the left of that, if it's Echo, or to move to the left of the run-in with a weapon upgrade, you know it just went into tier 2, most likely. I would test it because sometimes there's a little gap there and you just felt for it and you found yourself in a new gap. And now this robot on the other side of the run-in would be the one that's your ceiling bot. Anyway, the point is that if you sit this close to the ceiling and you can get the rest of these really close, then your robots are all really close to the ceiling, as powerful as they can be in that level. I have no idea where this run-in is in relation to the ceiling for tier 1. I used to give a hoot, but anymore I don't. My robots are all plenty powerful. I'm trying to play with skill and not hardware, so generally speaking, unless I run into somebody that's got, a bunch of premium bots, I can take them out. So there are a few people playing down here. There's one guy that's got 450,000, so 4.5 times more power than I do, and he's still in tier 1, and that can be done. He's got a hanger full of premium robots, and he knows where the ceiling is, and all his robots are really close to it, but none of them go over, and it's just that easy to pick the tier. So the reason I play in tier 1 is going to do a battle. After I talk for 9 freaking minutes, I might have to edit some of that garbage out. The reason I like tier 1 is because you can play the little robots, and you'll notice that my 5 main robots, except for the premium one, are the smallest robots in the game. Even these 2 right here, or these 2, are the next ones up from these. And I like to throw this one at this map. Big maps, I'll take in the sniper. Maps like this that are fairly large, I'll take this one first because I'd rather drive the Hercules, and this one's pretty good at reaching out and touching stuff. The Hercules has that sniper kinetic rifle on the back of it. Here's another nice thing about these missiles, is that they will damage both of those guys. So if I go over to that guy right there, you'll see he was damaged a bit, and that was probably my missiles that did all that damage. So you can damage more than the guy that you're actually shooting at. You can't do that with bullets unless they get in front of you or something. Who's that? Oh, this last wipe. So you're gonna get to see me play my. I think he's new. I think he just got this thing. So I'm gonna let everybody else mess with that while I go over here and do as much damage as I can to his team. But I'm gonna bring in some bigger robots because I'm gonna have to deal with stuff here. Well, at least I'll get a good example of a hard match for you, huh? I don't think that guy with the Bushi stuck around. A lot of times some people will see a Bushi and they'll just head out. Oh, there he is. But if I just get out of this robot and get into something better. Alright, I don't like taking this, but shit's weird. You gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know where that guy with the Bushi went, though. Oh, there he is. This ought to do it. And that's how you get rid of a Bushi.
Genuine Parts and AC Delco are the true original equipment for all General Motors vehicles. Plus, AC Delco Gold and Silver parts are the only aftermarket parts backed by GM. Those in the know, stay on the go.
It's just amazing from your spicy black bean, which is amazing. And has zero cholesterol and 9 grams of protein? That must be a catch. Well, no stone unturned until I find it. Yes, there was a catch.
Alright, this is a good one. Now let's see what we can do from over here, shall we? Huh, this has been tough. Where are we at? We're not even halfway through this match yet, time-wise. Now, this is a... Watch this. None of those missiles hit me. The blast from them might, but they do minimal amount of damage. I probably covered the mic through a bunch of that, huh? Anyway, who knows? I get the crap out of this, and I'm sure of it. We'll go ahead and check power just so we can get a feel for it. 36, 63, that's a bit high, but come on. 56 and 48. So you get an idea of what tier 1 looks like. 100, I used to consider like 250k to be a pretty reasonable point to go to the next tier. That's an optimized way of looking at it, though. Also, I never watch commercials anymore because they got a weird commercial server and it does weird stuff, and I don't feel like messing with it. But you can get some decent stuff if you watch them. Sticky time. Yeah, the other thing you can do is just kind of watch what's going on here. Give it a minute. Match is half over already. It looks like I'm already on the winning team. So, normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to take that. We're just going to hang out back here somewhere. See what happens. In an unbalanced match, you know, a powerful guy like me might just do best to stand it out. So who do we got here? We got this dude in a, looks like a paladin. Sorry, I just took a hit of the sticky there. Oh, we got the dude in the Bushi again. Cool. I get another chance to bring out my other one. We'll see if we can do without it. See if we can beat this guy without it. I'm not sure who we get down there on Team Blue, but that's a dumb thing to bring this far back. That's just a good way to die right there. Oh, it's that dude. 99.7B.
Time. It's our most valuable asset. That's why every Cat CDA calls a services commitment. Next day parts, 2 days repair. Get you back to work. Ask your dealer for a services commitment today. Protein. Yep. Protein Eggo Well. Same great Eggo taste with 20% in daily protein. Lego by Protein Eggo.
And that's the kind of stuff you got to put up with sometimes. I'm not going to help him. Well, I did, I guess, but I didn't realize he was the dude that was in there. You see how many people are playing right now? It's crazy. And this dude right here, I think was the dude with the Bushi. And this dude right here at 171, 71, 1. That's an interesting set of digits. Generally does over 1 million damage in every battle. Yeah, this guy is... Basically, I look at people like that and I think, you're not a real good player, because if you were, you could use a Grizzly, or a Hercules, or a Mantis, and those are the robots I generally win with. I rarely take these. It was pretty rare I took those, but that one only goes in if I see somebody that needs to be torched, like the dude with the Ronin, or I'll take it if I see somebody, like that guy in the Bushi. I recognize that Bushi's brand new out of the factory. He's still got the wasps on it. He's still got a shotgun on the side. And if you're using a Bushi right, you're using it with wasps. That's what it's built for. But if you're using a Bushi smart, you put 350 lasers or shotguns on it, period. And if you put a drone on it, some shotguns, you can drop into tier 1 matches all day long and win every stinking match. You'll never lose one. Unless the dude with the flaming Ronin comes along and gets lucky, I guess. There's some people that could probably take you out. The guy with the 450, whatever. Let's go play some more. I talk too much. Hope you like the music. This is Dropkick Murphys. I'm shipping up to Boston. Moonlight Remix, in case you cared. Alright, let's see. This is the most challenging robot. That's why I like to drop in it first. Oh, it's this fucking asshole. Let's see what we can do. Alright, where'd you go, Ronan? I wish he would do some dashing, because he's going to have some dashes. Damn, that thing was tough to fucking pop. Well, let's see what else he's got. Please kill him, because I don't want to go down there yet. Oh, he's got 2 of them, huh? You're a fucking asshole. You're an asshole. Anyway, that guy's an asshole. I mean, you know, you can't call it any other way. He drops in a fucking run-in and he kills everybody in a run-in. So the thing about people like that is, I won't ever play another match with this guy. You know, 171, he's got almost twice my power. What the fuck's he doing here? You know? He could be in tier 2 kicking everybody's ass, but he's too chicken shit to go there because he's a shitty player. He relies on the invisibility and the powerful weapons, and I'd like to see his Ronin, because I'll bet his Ronin is tier match, and I'll bet it's way more powerful than mine as far as levels goes. It's a really weak robot, but it's the most powerful robot for stuff like this. So let's see what else everybody else had here. So that's that guy. This guy had 83, which is reasonable. 56 is average. 58's average. And basically, I was the only guy that could compete with that guy, but I've only got one premium robot, except I do have something going on over here. You want to see my secret project over here? Should I go ahead and build this bastard? Because I do have it 80 parts away. Should I do it? That would allow me to have a bit of a chance against those guys. The thing about it is, if I put a Bushi in here, I'm going to put... actually, you know what would be good? I could totally do that. I could just put the ghosts on it. Alright, you talked me into it. It'll be ready in 4 hours. It's in the oven. I'm going to put the ghost banshee on it, because that's literally the next best thing to flamers. And actually, the Bushi isn't the best one for the flamer. Best weapons, the shotguns. But the Ghost Banshee can take things out pretty quick. And if you're pretty good at free aim, which I sort of am, but I'd like to know who the hell that is. That guy's been playing for a while, more than likely. Anybody that knows how to stay in tier 1 has been playing a while. Giving him a chance to get into some other match first, and we'll see what happens. But we won't be playing him again because I don't have the power to beat him. And if I don't have the power to beat him, what's the point? Why give him the satisfaction of playing against a player that could actually give him a challenge if he were using robots that weren't so cheaty, you know? Well, I don't see him yet. Doesn't mean he won't show up, but I'm just going to take this. I'm feeling like relaxing for a minute. Feel that? 2525D. Pilot 252525D. I'm just going to let her charge up to 100 and we'll see what that gets me. The other thing I'd give as advice, see that rock up there? That one underneath my little cursor thing? That's a Samsung deal, that little round thing there. Anyway, what I was going to say was, try to land behind it. See? Now I'm behind cover again. So, dude, he's toast. Keep an eye on the humans, too. Because you just never know. And be patient. Oh, we're winning this. So far, so good. Oh, shit, we're losing this. Yeah, this guy's going to kick my ass. I'm trying to take it easy on him. He's going to whoop me. But, if I can do 100... Get rid of this guy. Draw him in. That's the other thing you can do when you got somebody chasing you. Just drag him back in, let your team take him out. That's the most fun thing to do. I didn't even kill him. And then watch for him to come back. There's that dude right there. Let's go ahead and just hurt him for a second because we're getting our asses handed to us. That was kind of funny though. I mean, what little bit of team I had was right there. Maybe take them out. But, yeah.
Even had a few screws left over.
In Piper's older years, Yvonne tutored her grooming around more rest breaks because she can hold the position for as long. There's a lot of understanding going into the dog's temperament, adjusting my skill set so they're always comfortable.
Well, this is kind of fun because I get to show you how I come back from, you know, damn near losing. If I can get my directions here. Okay, you got to survive first. Oh shit, that's problematic. But that got you drawn all the way back down there, didn't it? Now I can take this flag back down here. I hope. I'm gonna lose any second though. I didn't take that serious enough from the get-go. Surviving that was my goal. They got me. That's a fair and square there. And there wasn't anybody like, you know, Let's see what the powers were. Well, see, he's up there. 795. He was probably the dude in Predator. Predators are badass, but you got to pay gold for them. You can't get those any other way. And they are a good robot, though. So this guy right here, he must have. What the hell is his story? That's crazy. Oh, never mind. I was looking at damage. He's got power of 45. Oliver. He had a couple of good bots. And I think he. Oh, I don't remember. Wow. Was that seriously a 3 versus 1? That's inconceivable. Nice job there, game. This thing's acting weird, man. I have never, ever seen a 3v1. Unless, maybe, you know what might have happened? Some other human dropped in there and backed out. It might have replaced it with an AI. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. Or they might have backed out, or they might have lost connection. Shit, I don't know. Alright, see what we got here. Oh, you know what? In a case like this, I'm just going to take the big guy. You got a team, it's like a good idea to just like take it seriously from the get-go. I love seeing teams though. That's the first one I've seen in a long time. Nice thing about this robot. Oh, see, that was. Oh, that was interesting. So this guy's not part of the team, but he's a human. You can always tell when lasers are being used, it's a human. Any robot that uses its abilities is a human, because AI won't use its abilities. Cool. Intense, huh? Alright, this robot does better over here in all this clutter. So, shoot for the edge. Find some cover. You know what? Fuck this shit. Getting tired of losing matches tonight. So screw it. Oh, we're kicking ass. Never mind. I'll just sit here in my freaking Ronin and I've had nothing but shit matches. You know why? Because I'm recording. The only time I ever get really good matches that are worth anything is when I'm not recording. Oh shit, I better take some fucking flags or we're not gonna get nothing. See, I'm not even playing now. I'll wait till he knocks out enough that he does win. Nah, probably not. Anyhow, it doesn't show your average damage. It shows you on the other screen, but you got to see it from somebody else's perspective. How long is this sucker? Let's see, 37 or 57. All right, we're gonna do one more, and then I'll shut this crap down. I'll probably just upload it raw. You can watch it if you want, or don't if you don't. I don't care. I'm just playing in tier 1, man. Trying not to hurt anybody, but at the same time, trying not to die. It's a tough balance. You know what a fun thing to do is get, I think it was high damage but low kills. Like take number 1 in damage, but then get 0 kills. Fun challenge if you want to challenge yourself. Let's see who we got here. What should I take? You know what? Oh, yeah, we got INA down there. We're just going to take the main end. Fuck it. And the thing we're going to do is go straight for the other end. I'm just going to make this one a weird one, because it's just been weird, man. It's weird playing in tier 1. But I encourage you, if you've gotten booted out, come play in tier 1, man. But don't make a killer fucking robot. If you're actually a good player, try and use the shit box, you know? Let's see who we got out here. So another way of telling that 577, anybody that's got like multiple or modules, AI doesn't have modules, so you can always tell when. Let's see, that's about my range. I'll let you bump out of here. This is how you're mean to people. This is what that other guy was doing to everybody. And I don't like doing it, but this is like my last match, so screw it. You know what? I'll let that guy live. This guy, this is what we call a, man, this has got to be like a 5566 something, man. There's a shitload of people in here. And it put like the 2 toughest guys on the same freaking team. That's just insane. You can't melt them when they're on your team, man. Oh, so anyway, INA. I got a story to tell about these guys. His power, really not that high. But you see the kind of damage Ibushi can do in the hands of a capable player. So the fact that he's a capable player leads me to believe he doesn't need Ibushi. He's in tier 1. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? 790. I wish I had my average damage. But look at that, man. It was like a 5 versus 4. That's just crazy. There is so much going on down here. If more of you guys like old players that got booted out or lost your accounts or what the hell ever, just come back into tier 1. Don't build yourself a badass robot. We're going to go through my hanger one more time. Come on, show me this stuff. So you can kind of see what the powers are right here. INA dude's power. He must have created a new account, because that's not a lot of power. But I mean, shit, if all you're building is a couple of Bushis, it's not going to be a lot of power. You know, I put a lot of power into my lowest robots. If I put tier 1 weapons on all those, that power of mine will drop by a bunch. It'll be down around 80,000 probably. Anyway, it was one of the things about this game I wish is you could look at other people's hangers. But these are the kind of people that you got to deal with in Tier 1. They're good enough to play in the smaller robots, but they don't because they want an easy win, I guess. You know, if you're playing in Tier 1 and you got dropping a Bushi as your first robot, there's something wrong with your brain, man. You know, I dropped first in the run in on that, but it's just been a weird night as it is. That's my last match, and I'm pretty much out of here. So let's take a closer look at what I got going on here. The Torch and the Hellfire. That's literally my strongest robot. This one here is the one that is probably the easiest to do mass casualty with, I guess. I don't know what you want to call that. This one here, you got to be pretty close, and it's a fast walker, which I hate. You know, fast walkers are good against missiles and stuff like that, but anything that shoots right at you, any bullets or kinetics, lasers, any of that stuff. This one's fun. I wish I'd have gotten a big map. They really didn't give me good big maps in that round. It's just a lot of fun to play that stuff. But it's just been a weird bunch of matches. I don't know if it's because I'm recording or what, but we're about to hit 45 minutes, and I'm going to call it good at that. So, but like I said, these all got purple modules. For the most part, this one I think has sights. That one's going to have sights. This one's going to have sights probably. Well, you got a ramrod. Ramrod doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you're talking about... See, you can put both on, but if you buy them both, you get points for both, so it would bump it up in the point too. I didn't know that. No, I didn't. Wait, do what? Ramrod 6. Huh. What's going on with my brain, huh? 250 gold? That doesn't seem right. Wow. I thought those were more gold than that. Oh. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Gold. 100. Okay, that's right. Anyway, you can buy both of them. You swap them back and forth. Optical systems on the long range didn't make sense. You're better off with the ramrod so they load faster because there are some slow loading bastards. This one here's got the optical, so it goes 400 meters instead of 3, and it does the longer on the sniper rifle on top. I think this one's probably going to have ramrod, so it loads faster, which is important for both these weapons. That's why that one loads so much faster than this one, and I kind of wish that that one had. Let me see. You know what? I'm tempted. Let's do it. I'm going to buy that. And you might see that actually bump it up again. Whoa! See, now that's wild. You see how far it bumped it? It was between these two. And it bumped it all the way up to there. That's very interesting. So the thing to tell you about that, though, is that I didn't have to do that. I already had the other one. See, now I already own the other one. Nah, that's not the right robot. This one. Modules. Because I own them both now, right? I can switch between them. So adding them, even the one that's not in use, is counted toward the power. And that's very interesting. I didn't think it would literally bump it up over all these. But one thing that tells me is these are all pretty close together where they're at. And now I got to play one more just to make sure I didn't bump myself into tier 2. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. We'll see. And once you know, the way I would feel like you should play this is find the ceiling, get 5 or 6 robots up to real close to that ceiling, and get them ready. You know, stage your robots for the next tier, because once you bump that next one in, the rest of them are still not even maxed to the tier you got. There's a way to play this game, and it's not intuitive at all. I'm just going to take this time, and we'll see what happens. I have a bad feeling about this, but we'll see. I don't think it bumped me, because it just doesn't seem like it would. And if I see any names that I've seen before, okay, that name right there is the one I wanted to see. That tells me I'm still in tier 1, because I've seen that name here before. That's the easiest way to do that. I got all these guys after me, flares. Draw them back. Retreat. See, we're already losing on flags. That's the problem. That guy right there wants my ass. Oh yeah, fuck this. You know, if he's going to bring a heavy in, at least he's trying, right? See what he brings in next. I just want to last long enough to see what else he brings in. Yep. So, that's where I just say, fuck it. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. And that's where this video ends. Anyway, he gave it a shot, but I'm tired, and I don't feel like dealing with Yamabushi, you know. My attitude is, if you're a good player, don't use the best robots in Tier 1. You don't need them. I mean, I only have the one. I'm going to build the other one, because obviously I need two. Maybe I should build a bunch of them. Maybe that's what I should do. Get my account up to 250, and when these bastards bring this crap in, just go in and obliterate them with my superior skills. The thing about it is, if you keep doing it with the easy robots, your skills go away. That's why I was running a Bushi with, it even had a drone on the top, and I was running all wasp hornets. I had the hornet on the side and nothing but wasps on the drone and the robot. And I literally took out a dude in another Bushi with it by playing it just the right way. You know, you dash around, cover to cover, you don't fire, you don't use the range, because range sucks with those. If they got to fly another 100 meters, they're less likely to even hit the target, so you use the ramrod and get it so it reloads faster, and you get saved up to 10, and you just line it up. So if you got a Bushi chasing you, you let him chase you until he's run out of his dashes, and then you just unload those hornets. And if he's really close, they're all going to hit. And if he doesn't have any more dashes, you can't get away from it, and they're going to do a lot of damage. Even if he's got a shield, they're going to break through. And it's just, it's the one that robot was meant to use. Anyway, I'm going to shut this down because it's like 49 freaking minutes already. That's just crazy talk. Nobody's going to watch that far. But if you got to the end, definitely throw me a like, because you must have liked it if you got this far. Later. 51, 9, 7, 6, 4, 8, 2, 1. Bye-bye.